Hey guys, how are y'all doing? All right, let's get right off to a reading. All right, it's going to be a collective reading, and let's find out what we can do to help the collective heal from previous issues. All right? Previous and present issues, whichever it is. All right, let's see what the cards have for us this morning, day or evening, depending on where you're at. Hope everybody's doing really good and hanging in there. You know, y'all don't ever give up. You know, things can look this way, that way, but until you get the right perspective, you may not be seeing it all correctly, right? But the thing is never give up. Let's see what we've got. All right, we have Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, Eight of Wands reversed. Two of Wands upright. We have the Knight of Pentacles upright. We have the Nine of Wands upright. Wheel of Fortune upright. Things are changing here. Judgment reversed. We have Page of Wands upright. Two of Pentacles reversed. We have the Two of Cups reversed. Three of Swords reversed. The Fool reversed. The Chariot upright. Temperance reversed. Page of Sword upright. And the Page of Pentacles reversed. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. All right. All right, Eight of Wands. Panic, waiting, slowing down. How can you take action today? All right, Two of Wands. Believe in your own personal power. Like Two of Wands is like discovery, decisions, you know, looking out, you know, like expansion, looking at what direction they need to go, right? Looking forward. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, efficiency, hard work, responsibility. Pentacles is your, you know, it's earth. Earth, material. Hold on just a second. But it's like, you know, material things, right? Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, Pentacles is earth, physical, money, health, daily routine, stability. All right. Then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Exhaustion, fatigue, unsure motives. What helps you to be more persistent and move ahead? Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, which is luck, karma, destiny, cycles, and opportunity. So, look like waiting to discover, the hard work and responsibility, or slowing down in discovering the hard work and responsibility, which causes, you know, some exhaustion and fatigue. So you have to take care of yourself. That is loving yourself. You teach others how to love you. So if you take time to love yourself, you are teaching other people how to love you, right? So you want to take care of yourself, or else you're telling other people to treat you the way that you're treating you, right? So we have the Wheel of Fortune, then we go into Judgment, doubt, destruction, blame, avoidance, procrastination, because it's the Judgment card in the reverse, all right? exploration, excitement, freedom. So doubt, blame, avoidance of exploration, excitement, and freedom without realizing it. Let's see. Disorganized, overwhelm, extremes. Rejection, separation, harmony, recovery, forgiveness. So this last card, the Three of Swords, is about recovery, forgiveness. Are you holding on to grief and suffering? So it's like collective needs to recover from, the internal, what's going on internally, the mental, the doubt, destruction, blame, avoidance, procrastination, the disorganized, overwhelm, extremes, the rejection, separation, disharmony. To have recovery and forgiveness, you need to make moves to do that. You speak to the universe and tell the universe you want recovery, forgiveness, and moving on. That is your intention, to end the cycle and move on to a new cycle, so you don't keep repeating the same things. To not repeat the same things, you got to do things differently. What is the definition of insanity? To do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So you want to change things up, do things differently, think outside the box. All right, now we have the Fool up reverse, so it's chaos, lack of direction. So this is someone that's, needing direction with their drive and willpower and confidence, which is the Chariot upright, okay? Into the Temperance, extremes, excess, lack of balance, confusion. If you're having lack of balance, it causes confusion. This is, seeing your way through all this, right? And we have the Page of Swords, literally looking back at the extremes, excess, lack of balance, confusion of Temperance. And then we have lack of commitment, greed, and laziness. So, in the bottom of the deck, it's what the whole reading is about, is the Hermit, which is all the answers to life lie within you. Solitude, contemplation, introspection, enlightenment. If you spend this time, because you see how he's got a light, because he's searching, he's researching, but he has to get in that solitude and spend time, with himself or herself to have that solitude so that they can hear that still small voice, right? And there's different ways of meditation, but it's a matter of being, alone, okay? Off by yourself, right? Now you can be in a relationship with someone, married, whatever, and still go through this healing. You got to spend a lot of time, alone. So, it might even be good to move to separate rooms or separate houses, whatever, until you go through this. If one person heals and the other one's not healing, well, they'll be put into healing when one of them is healing, right? Or going there. You've got to take care of you. You've got to put the oxygen mask, if you will, from the airplane that drops down. You've got to put it on you first before you can help anyone else, which means you've got to heal you first. We teach people how to treat us. So how you are treating you is how others see to treat you. They see how you treat yourself, right? So you got to take care of yourself. If you're dealing with burnout and you can't get rest, you don't have peace, there's something going on there. It's telling you you've got to change, or towers come. It's kind of like change and manage the tower yourself so it's not so bad, so that it isn't really a tower, it's just a learning lesson. And when you do this first shift, that's when you start seeing how this works, especially if you have people that know, that have been there, they're the pioneers, they've been through this, they went through it, they lived through it. Anyone else can too. And this is so that you can get to your abundance, so you can get to your dream. So like if you have a dream of doing something like flying, or scuba diving or whatever it is, right? You want to have a boat, you name it. You go for it. You tell the universe your intention and that you want help to do this, and can, and every day ask for spirit guides to assist you in the way that you should go, in the way that you should walk. And you can change the whole trajectory of everything. But if you stay in the comfort zone, you're not going to get there. And when you have something like this, platforms like this, look, when you show up and you're watching that, it's putting your energy out there. If you have the intention that you want, reading and to get help. Oh, and by the way, I have we'll call it an eTip jar, the handy dandy eTip jar in the description if you would like to donate and help, support my channel and to keep doing readings. But yeah, I would be really grateful for that. And we can help more people, this may not be the normal, algorithm or whatever, but, we can change that. We can, do this our own way for those that are interested in, my style of, blunt, giving you truth. And it's just to get there quicker instead of, taking a long time. Instead of taking the hard way, it's, working on getting there the easy way. This is about, wake up and then get to healing. It's a process, and other people have done it. You most certainly can do it too. All right, guys. Love you. Take care.